channel.
Alright, we are continuing on our event, and here is a quick introduction if you don't really know what this event is about. Pressure Channel presents the May event. This is a special event where we have you guys, the voters, decide which fighters should go against in which category. So let me explain the basic rules of our event here. One, they're not always in particular order. Just have fun. This is just for fun. Everything I say is not a guarantee. There might be some arguments you guys might feel free to put down in the comment section below. Just be civil, where you might agree or disagree with me. Let's see, what else? Number two, this had to be voted in by you, the supporters. So we've been doing this for TikToks for months. So you guys voted in these characters to go against each other in this particular match. And lastly, this one, we usually on our channel, we do a beatdown episode where we have you guys have two different arguments and we don't have a real clear winner. We just base our argument on which one we think would win on which fight on our end. And you guys decide which one you think was the best by hashtagging it. This time, we're only basing the argument on no ties. It has to be one clear winner. So we're gonna make the argument on who should be the clear winner, and then you guys can decide whether or not it's actually good enough, okay? Simple? All right, let us begin. All right, and on today's episode, we are going to do an interesting match. This is our first time ever in the May event, called a no powers match. Okay, so this match is real simple. No superpowers. It's just based on your skills, how you can handle with weapons or your hands yourselves, but no powers whatsoever involved in this match. Whoever is in this match doesn't actually have superpowers. It's just ordinary people who have very extraordinary gifts. But let's continue on. Let's show you the capabilities of these two particular characters. From the DC realm, the woman who surpassed even her own mother in fighting skills, which happens to be Lady Shiva. Lady Shiva, the woman who can defeat Batman, the man who has all the knowledge of fighting moves in his noggin. Yeah, that one. I forgot to mention the flex. She wasn't even at 100% when she took her on. The young lady had a broken arm and still beat her. She can see bullets coming at her. Think about how fast you gotta be able to see that before dodging them. She can even dodge the bullets and then snatch the gun right off your hand before you even realized it. Even if she don't dodge the bullets, might I add, she will still run up on you while taking you straight bullet shots into several parts of her body without even slowing down. Fast enough to move that she appears like a blur when she's doing it. She dodged more than bullets in her time. She even dodged Supergirl's heat vision. She can even read body language to be able to predict opponents' outcomes. Skillful in using nerve strikes, knocking out Oracle and unarming a perp by touching a nerve. She can learn techniques during a fight and learn how to adapt to it and even counteract it. With her strength, she can hit you straight in the chest and make your heart stop. Punch through a concrete wall, shatter blades with her hand. How about the number games? Nope. She can take at least 40 to 50 guys in a matter of seconds with just her skills alone. Her other senses, like smell, helps her detect invisible opponents. She has even taken fighters like Nightwing, Batman, Bronze Tiger, Deathstroke, Ravager, who's Deathstroke's daughter. From the Marvel comic realm, master of the 10 rings, the one, the only, Shang-Chi. Iron Fist has claimed he can't even beat Shang-Chi on his best day. He even taught Spider-Man his own fighting technique, which they called the Way of the Spider. Can throw a sword and pin someone to the wall with it, caught a knife with his hand, threw a sumo wrestler by his braids, is able to rip a chain in half, able to rip heads off, able to use a tombstone to take out a monster, able to rip swords off solid ground, blocked an attack from Ostrong, was able to send Iron Fist flying, can break a person's spine, punch a hole through a concrete wall, kick down a radio tower, send the Thing flying, kick over a flipped car, broke a sword with his own sword, punched through a roof of a car, kick an 18-inch log in half, kicked the crap out of gators and sharks, destroyed a Doombot, survived a bear hug from the Thing, can take a knife to the body without going down, can dodge bullets, deflect a bullet with his bracelet, can dodge multiple pistols with the shot of his eyes closed, fast enough to spin into a tornado, dodge point-blank machine gun fire, dodge a knife inches from his chest. He can move like a blur, grab a fly with his chopsticks, speed blitz Domino, hold his own against Ares, take on Spider-Man, held his own against Wolverine and Captain America, defeated Nick Fury in a sprawl, just to name a few moments for his records. Alright, so let's talk about Cassandra Cain's ability to be able to defeat Shang-Chi in this fight. Now, let's talk about the speed in this situation. You gotta mention it. The speed is a very important element to the fight, considering one will outpass someone or one will be faster than the other when it comes to moves. And I'm going to give this one to Cassandra Cain because if you've seen in the comics, or if you haven't, there's a scene in the comics where there are bullets coming her direction and she manages not just to dodge it, but she's able to see the bullet shooting out of the gun barrel. Think about that. To have that kind of precision in shot and eyesight and hindsight, to be able to see something coming so fast that you could see it coming slowly and you can dodge it before it even comes directly at you at the speed it's going. That's incredible. So no mistaking her speed. She's faster than Shang-Chi in this situation. Now, endurance. I don't say durability because durability means, you know, you got like a tough shell, you know, you can manage to take anything from, you know, stabs and stuff like that and not really get it right through the skin. But when it comes to endurance, it means how much you can take when it comes to tolerance of pain. And I'm going to give it to Cassandra Cain when it comes to tolerance of pain, because if you see in one point in the comics, she's getting shot at bullets, okay, not knives, bullets, right at her, from piercing her entire body, and she just kept going at the character, at the bad guy. The guy was shooting at her and she still went going, even though she was getting shot at several times. She was getting Tupac and 50 Cent and she still kept going. So she went through it and she beat the crap out of that guy. But at the end of the day, it's the incredible, impressive feat that she was able to take those bullets through the hole and not slow down or start feeling the pain or letting it get to her. She just kept going. So yeah, pain tolerance wise, endurance wise, I do believe Cassandra Cain does have a much more slighter advantage to Shang-Chi in this fight. Alright, another things to add on to Cassandra Cain is the surprise element that she can do with the one shot to the chest blow. She's shown in the comics to be able to hit someone so hard that she can hit you in the chest and make your heart stop beat. Maybe in a surprise element moment, she could surprise Shang-Chi with that and hit him with one of those good chest to the heart shots, and bam, it's game over in that end. Another thing is she's going to put way more pressure on Shang-Chi in a fight compared to Shang-Chi. Now, Shang-Chi is impressive, obviously got a lot of skills himself, but Cassandra Cain is shown to put a lot more pressure on the character, considering, if you remember, she fought, if you don't, 40 to 50 men at the same time in a matter of seconds. It wasn't a matter of minutes, it was a matter of seconds. If she could be 40 to 50 men in seconds, yeah, that's a lot of pressure to put on you. I do believe Shang-Chi is going to be feeling that at some point during a fight against Cassandra Cain. And the last point I will make is body language. Compared to Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi is very impressive, but I don't think they've gotten to show his impressive feat when it comes to body language reading compared to Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain has actually been able to show her body language ability. Now, what does body language mean? That means she could read your move before it comes through, because she can read it based on what you're about to do on your stance, your position, the way you're about to move. She can detect or predict it. Body language wise, if she sees what you're about to do, she can counteract it or take it down, whatever it needs to be done. I gotta say, Cassandra Cain just has this way more in the bag. Alright, so let's talk about the pros, or let's talk about how Shang-Chi would be able to defeat Cassandra Cain. Now, here are the potential of arguments to be said, because Shang-Chi is stronger than Cassandra Cain. Why would I say that? Well, in the comics, Cassandra Cain was able to break through a blade, which is not easy to do. But Shang-Chi was able to do that as well. He's broken through way more things. He's even broken through actual chains. So blades, chains, all kinds of stuff. He's broken through cemented floors, all that stuff. So his skills has shown that he's a little more stronger when it comes to, and durability wise, capable of breaking through things or having much more muscle when it comes to that extra fighting edge during a fight against Cassandra Cain. Okay, and a couple of other things I have to bring up, because this is going to probably be something people might debate that's not, you can or cannot include, but I have to include it, because in the comics I had to read a little bit. Shang-Chi is a regular guy. He doesn't have any superpowers. Yes, he eventually possesses the 10 rings, but that's not the point. The point being is, when he's a regular guy, just a regular schmo, he doesn't really have, he's not supposed to have powers. But technically, is it powers when it comes within you and you learn to master it within yourself? I don't really know. Now, he doesn't gain this chi power from, or chi energy from anything. He actually gets it within. So it's not a superpower more than it is just his own will to be able to create something like that because of his discipline. So I have to make the argument that maybe the energy blast or the chi energy would be included into the fight, because it's not superpowers. It's still a technique he learned in order to master, in order to become stronger. And another thing is a tornado. I don't believe he has superpowers from that tornado thing where he can spin so fast that he can dodge bullets literally as he's spinning super fast as a tornado. You can add that in there because, again, it's not a superpower. It's just he mastering an ability. That's something not every ordinary person can do. But still, it's not a superhuman. It's still ordinary, regular capabilities that he mastered on himself. And the last point I'll make is skills. Between the two, yes, Cassandra Cain probably has shown to be way more, or shown a lot more skills during way more impressive fighters. That's true. But when it comes to threatening, world threatening, planet threatening, cosmic threatening, any kind of like over the top with extra powers who are not ordinary people, it hasn't really shown as much compared to Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi actually fought some of these over-the-top, planet-busting characters compared to Cassandra Cain in her time in the comics. Alright, but we have to determine ultimately a winner. And ultimately, the winner in this match is going to be, to me, Cassandra Cain. Why would I say that? Let's make the arguments. In the comics, Shang-Chi got to fight some really impressive fighters like Captain America and Wolverine. But in the comics, he's also had some very difficulty facing them at times. Cassandra Cain, let me explain the flex again. She had a broken arm, right, in a situation against Lady Shiva. Lady Shiva, who has beaten Batman so many times that even Batman admits, I can't even beat her on my best day. And I haven't laid one punch on her. I haven't actually really ever beaten her in a hand-to-hand combat. So someone who has pretty much beaten the man who has mastered every martial arts move in existence and has never ever put her down. Yeah, Lady Shiva is an ultimate flex. So saying that Lady Shiva could be defeated by a woman who has a broken arm, her daughter, yeah, that's gotta say something. Because if she couldn't be defeated by Batman, and she got defeated by her daughter who with a broken arm, that's gotta say the ultimate flex right there. Because no one beats Lady Shiva at 100 physical peak 100 condition. Imagine with a broken arm, that's an incredible flex. Shang-Chi didn't get to really show that much in the comics against really worthy fighters. Yes, he fought some pretty impressive fighters, but Cassandra Cain has fought way more. She got to show throughout the panel, throughout several comic strips, how she could fight Lady Shiva on numerous occasions, Batman, other great fighters. It's just that in her resume, it shows that she's fought way more in impressive fights with really more impressive fighters compared to Shang-Chi, who's fought here and there in the comics. So yeah, ultimately I'm going to give this one to Cassandra Cain. But as always, no press fan, we really appreciate you guys keeping it 400 subs. Peace. Shout out to all my content supporters. Not working together, but we like to give credit where credit is due. Ivan the Unstoppable for all the knowledge of comic feats. Watch Mojo for origins and for all the background videos. Comic Historian, Comics Explained, and Key Issues. Go ahead and check them out and tap into the world of comics by supporting other creators. Link to channels will be in the description below.